I've been creating content for a little over a year now, and one of the questions I get asked the most is, how do I become spiritually awakened? And I'm sitting there like, are you sure? Because there's so many things that people will not tell you on this journey. Spiritual awakening is not all love and light, at least that's the aesthetic they want you to believe. But in reality, spiritual awakening changes your entire life. Hi, my name is Omo, and I talk about spiritual awakening, energy, self-love, conscious living, and all of the good stuff. If that is something that resonates or that you're interested in, please do well to drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, and it will just make me feel seen. Thank you. Today I want to talk about all the things that nobody will tell you about the spiritual awakening journey, and we will be talking about 6 of them. And at the end of this video, you will be able to tell if this journey, if the spiritual awakening journey is something that you would like to embark on. I mean, yeah. Let's get into it. The very first thing they don't tell you about spiritual awakening is that you will outgrow people. Yes, this one hurts. It hurts really bad because you will lose people that you have known all your life. You will start noticing that certain relationships just don't make sense to you anymore. Things that used to bring you joy, they do not align with you anymore. Certain conversations just don't align with you anymore. Certain friendships don't feel good when you're around them. Habits and even environment will start to feel heavy. At least that happened for me in my case, because I started to feel this strong urge to change my environment, because I felt like, who are these people? Like, they don't resonate anymore. They don't get me anymore. Do you know what I mean? And it's not because you think that you are better than everyone else. It's just that your energy is changing, and honestly, you do not even have control over these things, and you no longer vibrate at the same frequency anymore, and not everyone is meant to go with you to your next level. That is the very first thing that people forget to tell you when you talk about spiritual awakening. Yeah. The very second thing is that you will question everything, every single thing. You will question your religion, your habits, your environment, your friendships, everything that you once accepted without even thinking twice. They suddenly do not make sense anymore. And this one can feel really confusing at first, but that confusion right there is actually waking you up. The third thing that they forget to tell you on a spiritual awakening journey is that it gets really lonely. Yes, it gets super duper lonely. Now, nobody really talks about this part, or maybe they do, but when you start thinking differently, when you start feeling differently, when you start seeing things differently, you might feel like nobody understands you, and that loneliness is really deep. I promise you, it is deep. But you see, what is really happening is that you are being redirected, and you're making space for people who truly align with this new version of yourself. I know that makes sense, right? It does make sense. Yeah, that's the confusion right there. You just don't get it until you get it, right? So the fourth thing that they would not tell you on your spiritual awakening journey is that your old life will just stop fitting you. Your old life wouldn't fit you anymore. The version of you that used to exist will just start to feel so unfamiliar, and trust me, that in itself is so scary. But guess what? You're not losing yourself. No, you are meeting a new version of yourself. The fifth thing I want you all to know on this, wow, it is so beautiful. Look at that view. Damn, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's not get distracted. But the fifth thing is that healing is not cute. Nah, it's not cute at all. No. Let me say that again. Healing is not aesthetically pleasing. You will cry. Yes, you will feel all of the emotions. You will have days where you feel lost. because awakening is not just about becoming your higher self. It is also about releasing everything that is not your true self. Yeah, so you will shed, just like a snake, you will shed all of it. The sixth thing that they forget to tell you, the sixth thing that they will not tell you, the sixth and the last thing that they wouldn't tell you on a spiritual awakening journey is that you will start trusting yourself more than anything else. This is the beautiful part, because after all of that confusion that you have been through, the pain, the loneliness, the confusion, everything you have been through, you will start to hear your own voice clearly. Your intuition becomes stronger, and you will stop needing other people's validation, and then you start moving through life with your own inner peace, just by listening to your own voice, your intuition, and all of that. So yeah, spiritual awakening is beautiful, very beautiful, but it's also uncomfortable. And also, I want you to know that with spiritual awakening, it's not about escaping life. You're not escaping life when you are awakened. No, it's about facing it fully, head butt, head to head, eye to eye, and becoming who you are truly meant to be. So if you are going through this right now, if you're going through a stage in your life, or you're going through the spiritual awakening, I want you to know that you're not alone, and that is one of the reasons why I'm on YouTube, to find my tribe, to find people like you, so I can share my experiences that would help guide you on your own journey. If this resonates with you, if this is something you're experiencing at the moment, drop a comment, awakening, and please like, share, and subscribe if you're ready to grow, heal, and step into your higher self. And I'll see you in my next video. Love you.